Alexei Navalny. Okay, it's a political activist, 42 years of age, man. The police department, they detained him in his Moscow apartment. Okay, now this is the dude. If you did a research on him, he is known for organizing Kremlin anti-protests. Okay, that's going against the government. Okay, now in Russia, Soviet Union, it's a dictatorship. It's actually run through by Vladimir Putin, 65 years of age. He's actually going to be seated for 6 more years. He's going to be running there. And the dictator is a government, one all control of government, has the complete ability to control its citizens. So it's pretty much the citizens are under of one all-powerful leader. And it's sort of like communism in a way, okay? And the Soviet Union, the Russians, they have their own different type of parliament. And initially they say they didn't know the reason why they detained him, but the main reason is because he wanted to stand up against the pension reform. Pension reform in Russia is terrible. Okay, it used to be that if you were 60 years old, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and the benefits from a corporation that you worked really hard for. Now you have to wait till you're 65 if you're a male. If you're a female, instead of from the age of 55 to receive those retirement benefits from a corporation, you have to wait till you're 63. And he's been organizing this. This is he was going against this for September 9th last year, and now I guess he's known for doing this, man. People all over Russia was like, yeah, we standing up to the anti-government. We hate this government. It's terrible. We're not going to let you do anything to our people. And this is the power of numbers. Now, they will silence you for the truth. We see how they did to the political leaders, okay? Now, Alexei Navalny, I thought he was a lawyer, but he's a political activist. I commend him for doing, for his brave act. But I don't think they're going to murder him. I hope not. But it reminds me of the whistleblower they say, Edward Snowden, in a way. He used to work for NSA, and he was just talking about like how they spy on you. The government has different type of cameras, and so they can see you, to see all your every moves. They know your algorithm, the things that you think about on a day-to-day basis. So every time you go onto your phone, it's an ad. It's an ad that they can really influence you to buy. So we know that we are consumers. And talking to, he said he know what type of, if you watch some type of pornography or anything, they know that they're spying on it. Everybody knows that, and they keep it in a record, and they red box you if you talk about political things or controversial things that gets the people moving. It's probably another reason why how Alex Jones from InfoWars, he had 35,000 videos and a lot of them was eliminated. But getting back into this story, it's interesting because I seen a video, and the Russian government has no chill. They just got him and just picked him up and just threw him to the police station. They fractured his finger during the process, and now he was he was forwarded through. He had to go to the hospital, whatever, for a fractured finger. And after that, he's going back to the police station. But he was arrested several times, and he's starting a little reform. But it's so much stuff that goes on around the world. That's why I don't really watch and go into detail with CNN, because every time you turn on CNN, it's always Trump this, Trump that. But they don't want you to understand what else is going on in the world, man. Like same thing like Libya, it's slavery that's going on to this day, man. Refugees, so many people are trying to come over here to America because they want to understand and obtain that American dream, have a picket fence, a nice big house, or a family, and just a stable income, a stable job, because this country was built on capitalism. But it makes me think about if anybody should care about this story, because President Trump, you say he had relations with Vladimir Putin. He even said it in his elections when he was running for 2016. That Vladimir Putin is my good friend, it's my dear friend. And now Alexei Navalny, he was saying that, okay, well, they hacked the 2016 presidential election, the electoral college votes. They hacked it. They actually lying to the Americans. So now it's all deceitfulness, and he doesn't care about his people. He doesn't care about. He's oppressing his people on a day-to-day basis, and no one's not standing up. So me as a political figure, I'm gonna go in here and rally. I'm gonna rally up these people, and I'm gonna just protest. We're going to tell people like, hey, we're not going to stand for this. And I feel like what Malcolm X said, the legendary quote, he said, a man who doesn't stand for nothing falls for anything, right? So, I mean, it's crazy. Alexei Navalny, I don't know if they're going to murder him or they torturing this man, 42 years old, but he's speaking up for a lot of things that goes on, man, that individuals don't want to do. And maybe this is like maybe a reverse act. Maybe this is like the Civil Rights Act that goes on, because you always think we was just embedded in the 1960s. Black people was just always oppressed. And I don't think we are, but as black people, we only had the leaders. Like, no one understands our issues. But, me just reading the Russian article and seeing the way they beat this man, it's kind of crazy, though. But, like, Vladimir Putin pretty much can do whatever he wants to do. in a way, and it's been too long. I mean, you got Vlad TV. He's doing interviews for celebrities still, and he said, he had to leave Russia. It was just a dictator. It's terrible. It's depressing. And even though they had one of the most powerful militaries in the world, but he said it's depressing down there. You can't really do anything without government's approval. And so that's when he decided to go into America. But man, a lot of Russians they're getting sick and tired of this, man, and they don't want to continue to live in a country where they're being suppressed. And that's evil, and that's wickedness. And President Trump had ties with Vladimir Putin, man. That's probably one of the reasons why he may be impeached. And so the only way he can be impeached is through the United Senators and through evidence from the government. It's not the citizens itself. But I think that, this is an interesting story to people, the truth seekers. I don't know, even though it's a war maybe between the liberals and the conservatives in America right now, but it's a war to the truth seekers as well in Russia, man. And we got to kind of care about that stuff. So I wanted to transform your mind and just, be proactive and listen to articles and read articles and look at different videos from CNN, MSNBC, because they ain't planting fear into your subconscious mind, thinking that, okay, it's okay to not think this way. It's okay to do this way. And at the end of the day, man, I feel like Alexei Navalny, it's hopefully his life will be okay, man. I mean, they don't give him a life sentence, man, but it is a descending trend, though, in this world that, they will kill you for the truth. They will, destroy you for the truth. They will, take out your family. It's like, they want you to continue to be embedded into this matrix of life, man. I mean, it's slavery that's still going on in Libya to this day. That people, we just don't talk about it. But yeah, Alexei Navalny, man, since March and January, he's been known for, I guess he's a main threat, just organizing just rallies. But I think we should care about this, man. I'm going to have the link in the description box of the article on Reuters.com. But yeah, it's crazy, man. The way the police department did him was so scandalous, man. I mean, he was in the middle of talking about reforming and that, and just giving hope and spiritual hope and faith to the people in Russia that, listen, do not be fearful of this government. It's more of us than them. And that was a huge threat, man. And these are the type of people that just want to say, a nigga gonna tell me, well, I kind of want Vladimir Putin to be a president, rather him to be the president of the United States than Donald Trump. I was like, you crazy. That's from a lack of knowledge and understanding, man. It's sort of like Fidel Castro in the time in Cuba. It's suppressing his own people, man, so he continue to remain in power. But it's all about money, but at the same time, this is when you have to be, sovereign. This is when you have to rely on the Lord, be self-sufficient. And the Bible says, plead the case for the widow, stand up for the justice, man. Always do righteous. Always be righteous, man. And the Lord will seek vengeance, man. Vengeance is his. It's not ours. But I think this is a brave act politically. And, what's the politicians? The Russians, citizens are trying to held the politicians responsible, but they just sick and tired because at the end of the day they keep trying to shut them down. So Alexei Navalny, I hope he's well and fine, and I don't know, man, maybe he could do some type of social reform for the people. But this is an interesting article. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm out. Deuces.